Hey guys, this is Camfrey 15 back at it with the final video for me to talk about till maybe we hopefully get a season 3. And that is Arifureta season 2's finale, episode 12. And man, this was a great episode. Ended off the way that I thought it was nice. And I really hope we get a season 3. I don't know what the details are if a season 3 is going to happen, but in my book, this show's earned a third season. I love it so much, and it's so great. And man, I'm gonna miss this show for a time until it gets a season 3 confirmation. But all right, for what to season 2, episode 12, the season finale. This episode essentially wraps up all the story points from this season so far. And we just get the nice ending, which leads into a potential third season happening down the road eventually, maybe. But anyways, we start the episode off with Princess Lily. And she's essentially recalling and explaining everything that's happened, why Eri ended up working alongside the demons. She ended up getting in contact with the demons because the girl they killed, the demon girl they killed in season 1, she ended up getting in contact with them, set this whole invasion angle up. Obviously, we know what Eri did to be able to have necromancy and stuff like that, and now she went away and she's working for the demons. So that's the only story point so far, other than the main story point of Nagumo or Hajime and his group getting back home to the human world. They got to find some way to take care of the demon people and Eri, because that is a big problem there. So that's kind of the whole thing. And then too, we see that Princess Lily, she's kind of not been getting any sleep because of all this incidents and stuff like that. And we even see, like, you know, in this scene where all the classmates are kind of just training, you know, she hasn't got sleep within the past 5 days. Sorry. But we see Koki. I forgot what I said his name right. Koki, he was kind of sparring with Shizuku. Shizuku's kind of down with everything that's been happening. Plus, she's worried about what's happening with Kaori. Now, before we get over back to what happens next, with Kaori and the others showing up, we get a scene where Yue and Tio are healing up Kaori. They say to Hajime, she's going to be okay. She's going to be fine. But I think you need to go check on Aiko. So Hajime goes to meet up with Aiko-chan, and they're in the ruins of the church, mind you, and she's looking at this one church official that's already like kind of dead. It's just like the things on them, like the weapons they had, just all bloody and stuff like that. And essentially this scene, I really did like this scene between Aiko and Hajime and everything. And it was kind of a way of Hajime saying, listen, you know, I understood. You do know, the burden you just did. Or he's essentially saying, like, look, what you did isn't wrong. You did the right thing. It was to save everybody, to save your own students and everything. But Aiko, obviously, we know she had some problem. She had some conflicting actions doing what she did and everything. And that was the whole thing there. And she's like, listen, I know, you killed some of my students for a reason and stuff like that, and you do what you do for a reason, and to be honest, I can't really, get mad at you for doing that, even though I should get mad at you for killing one of my students or any other students in the past since we met up again. And Hajime essentially, he's like, listen, I don't want you to say you don't have any regrets doing what you didn't do. I want you to have those regrets. I want you to essentially feel the human traits of, of just taking on all the burden. And that's what Hajime says. He's like, listen, take on the burdens of humanity for me, because I don't have that stuff anymore within me. To me, I'm just kind of a cold, calculating human being that I have feelings. But, you hurt one of my friends, you're dead meat to them. And I have no sympathy or no resentment or no, I don't have any, like, I guess you can say, judgment about my actions. Please keep that for me, so when we get back to the human world, I'll be able to be a model human being. I'm gonna be the person I used to be. And I thought that was a nice scene there and everything. And then I didn't like the scene where he turns back and he's like, listen, we're gonna go. If you want to cry right now on my back, you have a place to cry. And obviously Aiko, we know she's been through a lot within the last 2 seasons. One of her classmates, it isn't just one classmate, 2 of her classmates, no, actually, no, 3 of her classmates, 3 of her students were all evil and tried to kill everybody in their class and everything. And to her, that's kind of just crazy weight on the burden, on top of the fact that she killed probably a lot of people, even though it was justified to do it, because she even says in the discussion, you know, I knew what I was going to do with Tio, and I knew the repercussions of my actions, but I just did it and stuff like that, because I felt like it was the right thing to do. You know, I thought it was nice. It definitely builds, you know, the relationship between Aiko and Hajime. And I did like the scene where she's like, you know, Nagumo, you're something else, aren't you? And stuff like that. And I thought that was a nice, sweet scene. Anyways, we cut back to the training grounds. Like I said, explain all that and everything. You know, Koki's talking to Princess Lily about Shizuku, but then all of a sudden, Nagumo and company come back. They're all there, and Shizuku shows up. She's like, "Oh, Nagumo, you're back," and everything. And she's like, "Wait, where's Kaori?" And Hajime is like, "Listen, don't get mad at me, but Kaori is a little bit different. She isn't like well, herself, I guess you can say. But she's still herself." And obviously Shizuku's like, "What the hell are you talking about? What did you do to Kaori? She's my best friend." And all of a sudden we hear a voice, Kaori's voice. She's like, "Hajime, catch me, please catch me." And all of a sudden we see her, she crashes, and then we get a full look at Kaori. And oh my goodness, bruh, if you thought Kaori wasn't, if you didn't think Kaori was hot before, oh my goodness, man. She's hot now. And I mean, she's really hot. Now she just stuck up to my best girl list. I love Shea, I love Shizuku. But Kaori just straight up shot up to she's my best girl of Arifureta after seeing her new body. Essentially, we find out what happened is, since Hajime has the powers, has like the god's wish powers and stuff like that, he can actively manipulate souls. So what they did is they managed to save Kaori's regular body. Hajime was able to save her soul too. But what they did is they put Kaori's soul inside Noit's body. And now she is in Noit's body, and she's a lot stronger. Now Shizuku's like, "Wait, why did you do all that?" But we find out this was strictly from Kaori. Kaori wanted this so she could be stronger. We also do find out from Yue is that it's okay. Her soul may be in another person's body right now, you know, in Noit's dead body, but her regular body's still with us. And we just put her in this freezing chamber to keep her body preserved. So in any case she wants to go back to her, I guess you can say, priestess body, or her regular body, she can go back there. So we're keeping that using our magic and stuff like that. And again, Kaori wearing Noit's outfit, she has her same eye color still, but she's wearing Noit's outfit, which I'm like, oh my goodness. I thought Noit was hot in that outfit, but Lord have mercy, Kaori is something else in that outfit. Ooh. Obviously, you can tell I'm a big Kaori simp. Yes, I love Kaori even now. She shot up the list for best girl. She has the silver hair like Noit, so it's definitely something to get used to. And even Shizuku's like, "Oh, I have to get used to it," but never shocks me from you, Kaori, and everything. And stuff like that. So definitely I will be interested to see if we do get a season 3. Does Kaori have Noin's abilities now that she's in her body? It's already gonna be known that she's gonna be a lot more stronger. I think she's definitely a lot more stronger compared to her priestess body or her regular body, where she was just kind of like a priestess, like I said. But she's kind of more of like a warrior, so it's like, I like this upgrade. Dope. But anyways, Koki brings up the mention like, wait, so you have God's will's power and everything and stuff like that. And he's like, how can I obtain that power? And essentially it gets to a whole scene where, you know, Hajime is like, listen, you'll never achieve what you want because you have no purpose for wanting to get stronger. You say you want to get stronger, but what's your purpose behind it? We already know Hajime's purpose for getting stronger is to protect the ones he cares about, which is his harem, as well as doing his best to get back home. And we already know that. And he was telling Koki, listen, dude, you want to get stronger, you want to have my power and stuff like that. You can say you want a power like that, but what's your reason? What's your purpose behind it? So he kind of leaves him on red there. We get a dinner scene where they're all eating, and obviously the girls are like, dude, are you okay with what she said? Because earlier in that same scene, you know, what is it they asked Hajime, so like, what are you going to do, you know, now that this whole thing's done? And he's like, I'm gonna go to the Great Labyrinth and find a way to go home. And obviously Koki's like, wait, you don't care about what happens to this world? And he's like, why should I care about people I don't even know? Now to them that's kind of heartless and everything, but Princess Lily says, listen, Hajime, or can I come with you to the Empire, because I need to inform the Empire what's going on with the Demon Clan and everything that happened to us and everything. And Hajime's like, okay, fine, I can take you, but don't expect me to have a meeting with the Emperor for you or with you and stuff like that. And this kind of leads to almost the entire class saying, Hajime, can we go with you, man? Let's go to the Great Labyrinth together. We can conquer this and we can all get stronger together. And Shizuku's like, yeah, let's do this together. Maybe I can obtain the God's will power as well. And Hajime is like, Now, the reasoning why they ask him that, essentially we find out he's going to try to use the meat body shields, essentially, or meat bodies, and like, Hajime is a terrifying human being. But like I said, you get the dinner scene and everything. And he's like, listen, we can go, but just meet me up at dawn when we go. Otherwise, you're being left behind. So you get this dinner scene where obviously all the girls are worried about him. They're like, wait, are you sure you're good with how you feel and everything? And obviously, Hajime is like, yes, I'm fine. And they're all happy and everything. The other girls come in, or the other class comes in. They eat next to them and everything. You get a very hilarious scene between Hajime and Tio. Where frickin' Tio is like, oh, since I helped out your sensei or Aiko, you said you would give me a reward for my services, right? So I want you to stick a nice big rod inside me, like you did when we first met. Which she's essentially insinuating she wants Hajime to give her his vitamin D. I found it hilarious because Hajime's like, shut up, Tio. You're making this a big misunderstanding compared to what it was. And I found it funny because Aiko was like, Hajime, what did you say you did? And then the girls, the one party back in season 1 when they first came across Hajime, they're like, well, she is telling the truth. He did stick a big gigantic rod up in there when they first came across each other. And Shizuku's like, what the hell is going on here? And Hajime is like, okay, fine. You want your rod? I'll give you your damn rod. And he pulls out this whole thing, this whole gigantic rod-like stuff, and he's like, oh, you're gonna get it. You said you wanted this, Tio, so don't run away from it. And obviously Tio's like, whoa, no, I didn't mean that. You know what I meant. And he's like, no, you're gonna take it and you're going to like it. Which I was literally dead ass laughing, because even the scene before that, what happened is, Yue gave Hajime some food. Shayla's like, whoa, wait, no. You can't give him food. I want, here you go, Hajime, say ah. And then all of a sudden, he looks across the table from him. He sees Tio and Kaori saying, come on, Hajime, say ah. And they're trying to feed him. And he's like, you girls need to stop this crap. Okay, I'm fine. I'll do it this one time. And you just have Shizuku on the end like, why does this feel so unbearable to watch? This is so weird. And then all of a sudden he ends up eating off everybody's, freaking utensils. And all of a sudden, freaking, you have the next scene where freaking Kaori grits the spoon and she's eating some food and put it in her mouth. And the reason why she put it in her mouth and she's loving it is because Hajime put that in his mouth. And essentially she's like, this is her indirect kiss. And she's enjoying it. And obviously you is like, hentai or pervert. She's saying pervert. And she's like, oh, please, me being a pervert? Go look at Tio. And you have Tio literally licking the effing fort out of this. And Hajime is like, Tio, fucking stop that. And obviously she's like, and then that leads into the whole scene about the reward promise and everything. I was cracking up, man. But we get the last scene where, after sleeping, now I'm shocked that the other girls managed sleeping on the couches in this one room, and Yue gets Hajime all to himself. You would think the other girls would be like, screw it. Yue gets it, then I'm gonna sleep naked with him. So Hajime's just outside observing everything. He's talking to Yue. He's like, we're gonna do this great labyrinth, and when we do, we're gonna make sure we pick up Mew before we go. Yue's looking, and then the other girls are like, oh, you guys are alone again. So yeah, and then it's playing the ending in the background. They're all about to leave, and everybody's ready to go, and everything. Aiko and the others are gonna stay back in the capital city with them, and that's where the season ends. And the season ends with them walking off to the next journey, which is to get past the Great Labyrinth. So this season is now done. So this is the last winter of anime 2022 I'm talking about. But my thoughts on season 2 of Arifureta, I really did truly enjoy and love this show. I love this season a lot more than season 1. The great moments of the flirtatiousness between all the girls and Hajime is always something that's going to be funny, but the story was really freaking good. So serious, finding out who was pulling the strings behind it the entire time, getting the justice of the guy that tried to kill Hajime back in season 1, end up getting killed here, was good. And the fact that it looks like season 3 could potentially be the end. I don't know if the light novel series or the manga for Arifureta is over. That's something you guys in the comment section have to update if you guys read the light novels. But this was a really good season. With Kaori being in this season 2 for the entirety of the season compared to her being at the start, and then a few occasional moments in the first season, then she's in it in the last episode of season 1. Her presence was really good to have. Just like the banter between her and Yue, I thought that was great. And I'm so excited to see if we end up getting an animated season 3. I'm so excited to see what her abilities are now that she's got Noit's body. But I really truly did enjoy this season. I heard they stuck a lot more to what the source material was like, so that's obviously a plus. Again, I love all the interactions between the harem, the different girls just fighting over Hajime. I think it's hilarious. Hajime again was a great character, and I'm definitely excited to see where the future lies for Arifureta. But until we get an eventual season 3 down the road, that's it for Arifureta. I definitely did enjoy this. It was definitely an underrated show this season. for the winter season of 2022 of anime. And I'm definitely gonna miss waking up every Thursday. Being able to have the fun comedic moments with Hajime and his girls. So yeah, but other than that, I'm gonna get out of here. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day or night watching this video. Leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts on Arifureta, as well as hit that subscribe button if you want to get more Arifureta content whenever it comes back, as well as any other anime content I upload to the channel. Again, we're only 3 subscribers away from 200, so when we do get to 200 subscribers on the channel, I'll make sure I'll make a 200 subscriber video thanking you guys for your continued support. But other than that, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day or night checking out this video. Until then, guys, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.